Now, as I mentioned before, and this is especially for young people, let me come to a conclusion because we may have some questions and answers, plus brother is going to, he's going to translate. And that is, we have two problems going on right now with youth. We have one, youth going on the internet, YouTube, Facebook, and some of their friends, telling them things. There are legitimate grievances that we Muslims have, but inciting anger in them to do things incorrectly, or giving improper information about Islam, getting improper information about Islam from a website. Or we also have the issue of FBI informants on internet or Facebook faking like they're good Muslims, faking like they're real mujahideen, which they wouldn't be real mujahideen anyway, trying to get young Muslims to join some group or do this or do that, and then they get arrested. So I'll give you two cases of this happening. Last year this time, 5 brothers left Washington, D.C. area. They were watching stuff on the internet, listening to one particular brother in English giving lectures about Afghanistan, Pakistan. I believe 2 of the brothers from Pakistani background. One was Masri, one was Somali, I think 2 were like Habashi, who left. They wanted to go and join one of these organizations. I think it's called Jaish-e-Mohammadi, something like this, in Pakistan, to fight against American soldiers because of drone attacks in the Waziristan section of Pakistan. These brothers went to Pakistan, ended up getting arrested by Pakistani intelligence, and they're in prison right now, and we believe that they were subjected to torture. Their lives have basically been over because they listened to some things on the internet, they looked at some pictures in regards to the devastation that took place with the drones, and they didn't release their energies in a mature fashion. We know the saying of Umar bin al-Khattab radiyallahu anhu, al-khamr ma khamar al-aql. Right? That the intoxicants is that which clouds the aql, the intellect. Well, al-ghadab is like al-khamr. Al-ghadab is like al-khamr. When Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, La taghdab, la taghdab, la taghdab. When he said sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Inna al-ghadab min al-shaytan. The shaitan acting through the ghadab, through the anger, can make us lose our minds, to make us, especially you younger brothers. Because I remember how it was when I was younger. I'm 40 now. When I was younger, and I grew up watching, the cowboy movies and the army movies, and then we have the movies like the Message Al-Risala, and you see Sayyid al-Shuhada, Hamza, Wallahu A'lam, on the battlefield, Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! And you see Bilal, and you see all this stuff, right? And it's cool. And some of us, when we're younger, we have romanticism about fighting. This is very popular amongst the young, amongst young boys, young men. And so you have to be very careful and on guard about who you're talking to and who's giving you the information about Islam, because without knowing it, someone can give you some information, get you excited, and lead you down the wrong path, and then when you're in jail, getting tortured, then you'll regret it. Like those 5 brothers who are in Pakistan right now. You'll regret it. The other issue, and I'm going back to the FBI issue, there was a case that took place California at the Islamic Center of Irvine. There was a guy who came in, muscle guy, big muscular guy, you know, like bodybuilder. He lifted weights, big. He came in to the masjid saying he was a new Muslim. He was going by the name of Farouk Al-Aziz. His real name was Craig Monte. He was a career criminal. He's Italian American, so he had a little tan. He said he was half white, half Arab. Okay? He had a little tan. He's about the same color as most of you sitting up in here. So he came there and he showed some of the pictures of the Shabab al-Muslimin, showing the pictures of Muslim youth. Oh, look at what they're doing in Pakistan, look at what they're doing in Afghanistan. But the youth went and told the elders of the community, the elders contacted CAIR, then we called the law enforcement authorities, and eventually the guy was talking so radical, they had to bar him from the masjid. But the FBI never came to pick him up and arrest him because he was working for the FBI. He was an FBI informant. If you Google this, you can see this in the news, what happened. So now I'm going to tell you the steps, inshallah, of how to report someone who's coming to you. If someone comes to you in a community center, in your school, over Facebook, and says, let's do something against Americans for them giving money to Israel. Or let's go to Yemen and fight Houthiyeen. Or let's go to Pakistan and do this. Or let's go do this. Whether the person is a real extremist or an FBI informant, it doesn't matter, you take the same step. But we don't know if the person is real Irhab, if he's part of the Irhabiyin, or if he's FBI, we don't know. It doesn't matter. You take the same step. So if someone comes to you, trying to get you excited, angry, over phone or internet or in person, the first step you tell them is, I disagree. I disagree with that. I don't believe in that. You hear me, young brothers? You say, I disagree with that. I don't believe in that. Why am I telling you that? Because if you're on a phone conversation, or even over the internet, and someone tells you something that they're going to do something, or they want to do something, and you don't tell them you disagree, or you don't tell them that you don't want to be a part of it, then the government can later on come back and say you were like complicit, or you were like an associate, like sahib. You're like an associate of that. So you have to say explicitly, I disagree with that, I don't believe in that. The second thing is you go tell your mother or father. And your mother and father, inshallah, will contact the imam of the masjid or contact CAIR so we can make a report of it and contact the proper law enforcement authorities. This is the step that you should take. If you're an older brother, you're not youth, and someone comes to you like this in the masjid, you should contact the sheikh here or the board president, and they will contact CAIR, or you can call CAIR Michigan's office so that we can make a report of it. Because what saved the brothers in California is that we documented the situation at CAIR and we contacted the authorities. This is what saved the community there, was taking the right steps and protecting themselves. Now, I will make this closing comment and we can have translation and then questions. Let me say this. This might sound controversial. Each and every one of us in here should be an informant. Each and every one of us in here should be an informant. What do I mean by that? If any of us see anything illegal going on in American society, we should report it. If it's someone selling drugs on our street, if we see prostitutes walking down Warren Avenue, if we hear of anyone plotting or talking